Hello and welcome to Monday with the Mayor. I'm Bradford Raths, and today we are joined by Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz. Mayor?
Hello, Bradford. How are you?
Can't complain. Yourself?
Don't complain at all. Doesn't do any good.
Right, that's true. So let's start with, we got some street projects coming up around the city of Jasper. What's going on
Well,
there?
it's 'tis the season, and the most significant one this year, which would really be a 2-year project technically, would be Klemper Road. That is a thoroughfare that runs from Division Road, which is the street that crosses by Jasper Engines, runs all the way up virtually to Highway 56, which is near Precious Blood School. So this is the street on Highway 56 past Precious Blood that has the caution light. So it's a pretty good stretch. We will be straightening that road out. These were areas that we took into the city that were originally part of the county, and that road will be straightened out. We'll be doing stormwater work, and then we will be paving. And the goal generally in a project of this nature would be to start on one end and finish with the other on what would be called the first surface. And that means we've already started this week on the south end, the Division Road side, and we'll work our way north. We've met with the residents in that area a couple weeks ago to kind of explain that and talk about that we will have sections of that road closed, but we'll always give them an out, more or less, and hopefully if we have to close something that they could not get to their home, we would do it during a work day, and that basically when they would leave home we would close, when they would return we try to have open. That's usually how we do that. So we're going to be doing all that work, and what will then sit through the winter and let things settle somewhat in 2014, we will actually come back and put a final coat of paving. I know people will forget that, and the first coat actually looks like it's almost done, and they'll go, how come you came back and you just put a fresh coat of on that last year? Well, because it's a significant project, it likely will take 2 seasons, but the next season will more or less be just a finished coat. Unless the weather doesn't work real well with us, we may have to do some things to finish up one end that didn't get done in a season. So it's really a 2-season project where I'm excited about on a pedestrian aspect. We are adding in a section to kind of connect neighborhoods. Currently the Gregory Road neighborhood, or Gregory Lane area, and is not really connected on the west side of the road to any of the other cross streets, the Scarlet Oak subdivision. And by adding 6 more feet of pavement, we're going to create a safety lane for really the neighborhoods to connect. And then we'll be able to really, in the Precious Blood area, walk virtually from every neighborhood. And that'll be good, bike ride, whatever you like to do. In addition, in that same area, further west, is a street called Sunshine Drive. And Sunshine has just been extended further south, which was never built on before until just recently, and we want to kind of make that northern portion match up. It's kind of again an older section of road that we want to upgrade the specs on, and that'll be done concurrently. So these are 2 significant projects on the west side.
Speaking of road projects, also the 3rd Avenue water replacement project. You guys got an update this past week, as I understand.
A disappointing one. After literally being involved in a federal grant process for 9 months now, and having really wanted to get this project started this year, but being put off because of the grant determination, we received a denial. So in one way it's bad, and another way it's good, is because it is funded and our departments are ready, particularly water and street, to do this project with local dollars. Obviously we would have loved to have had the federal grant. It would have significantly reduced our cost, but regrettably we didn't get it. And generally the criteria that Jasper loses out on is we aren't poor enough. And for the life of me, I prefer that we not get that way, but other communities get grants that we are strictly not eligible for, or we'll get turned down because we do not meet the economic criteria. I do want to thank all the companies and businesses, the university along 3rd Avenue, who said that the impact of this water line replacement, it's a 60-year-old pipe, it's going to be put in bigger and better, would have affected their businesses positively, and that was part of the economic development aspect of it. But ultimately we did not grade high enough and did not get that award. So we likely will look at starting the water line portion of the project later this summer, maybe towards the fall, maybe even towards a winter project, because we could maybe get some more favorable construction rates. And the road, by the way, when the water line's replaced, it will be filled back in the middle. In other words, we will put at least something in there to get us through the winter, and people won't really notice. There'll be kind of like an artery, like a scar, but it's not going to be left as rock. So we'll be in good shape. But then we actually would probably likely do the formal repaving, which means milling and constructing that in 2014. And now this whole project will be paid for locally. So thanks for the effort, for the support we got to enter the grant process. Ultimately, we again as a city of Jasper didn't get it because we are considered too wealthy. It's the second grant in the last less than a year that we were turned down for the same way. But I guess suppose rather be in that area than to be so beholden to grants that we couldn't do anything without them. And at least we have the ability to succeed here locally on our own, and I'm grateful.
Yeah. So moving ahead, this next week, VUJC is opening a new building too. What's going on with that?
Well, it's a center for technology innovation and manufacturing. And Alan Johnson, I'm going to get that right. He's got me on this acronym of CTIM, and now I forgot really what it meant. But I congratulate again Vincennes University, Dr. Helton, and the board of Vincennes University, VU Jasper Center, the campus with Alan Johnson. Very happy to have Alan as part of our community. I think it's been significant. This CTIM building and the classroom and the training it's able to do is not just a workforce or skills enhancement, it's actually in education. It is for the existing workplace, and I think it will mirror very well some of the things that we will want to do as a city, and we'll utilize that as an anchor for things that we'll be looking forward to in future economic development. Plus, it serves very well the existing marketplace, and I'm just delighted for Alan. I would encourage the public to get out to that center. There's various opportunities throughout the coming weeks, some open houses that are open to anybody, and you'll be amazed about this particular, not just the building, but what happens inside of that.
So also, we have a new addition to the Spirit of Jasper. The schedule was just announced, but there's going to be a fourth car coming on.
That is correct. Spirit of Jasper schedule will start on June 1st. We have that published on spiritofjasper.com. It's on the city calendar this year predominantly, so you can look on there. Reservations are 482-5959 or spiritofjasper.com. That's for individual or reservations with families or friends. I may add that we also always take charters. If you'd like to have a private charter of the Spirit of Jasper and you want it for your company, church, organization, we can do that. You can privately rent the train. We also rent the depot. We rent the cars as stationary if you just like to have maybe a shower or something in a unique venue. So those are all things that we do, and you can kind of contact us and we'll make sure and get you taken care of. But later this summer, reflective really of the sellout status of last year's train, especially from July on, then we have added a car called the Monon car. It's a Pullman car, dining car, sleeping car, but it seats about 30, some in private rooms and about 16 to 20 in a public area. What we're going to be doing, that car has been fully restored. It came into this area through Jasper, and then it went to French Lick, where the Monon Preservation Society restored it, and now they would like to kind of display it, so we are renting that, and we'll be adding that to our car from August through November and on all our ride and dines. And that particular car will be an upsell in the ticket, mainly because we will be serving the meal to you. It won't be a buffet. You'll get a complimentary Spirit of Jasper glassware. We'll have china and silverware, tablecloths, and again, wait service to your table. So it's a very unique experience, and we'll take really good care of you. We've got some fine volunteers that are really looking forward to, rather than just guiding you to a buffet, to bring things to you. And so that's called the Monon car. It will not look like our cars. It will be silver, kind of a chrome, and it'll be very distinctive. It will actually lead our train because it has a porch. For many people, they may want to look at the Harry Truman pictures and see him when he was campaigning in the 40s and 50s when he was on the back of a train. Well, this will be the lead part of our train. So he'll be going out, and you can go out into the porch and maybe have a chance just to sit and ride in the front of the train and feel the breeze on your face.
Pretty upscale operation.
Well, I mean, I think our Spirit of Jasper luxury cars are even more upscale than this. This just adds the dining experience of making it tablecloths, etc. So we're just changing that. But it has its own style. I think that our cars are a whole nother level than this. They are just geared a little bit differently, and I think that's a very good compliment.
Well, Mayor, we appreciate your time
You're
once
welcome.
again. This has been Monday with the Mayor. We'll have more 18 WJTS news coming up next.